Okay, so yesterday we have seen how to build a basic structure. Yesterday we did we style anything? Did we add colors or something in yesterday's class? It's just a plain HTML, right? We didn't do any styling part or any coloring part, right? So in today's lecture, we will learn how to style our pages and how to basically style our means. Yesterday we saw a few examples, right? Like robo and all. So we'll see how to style them and how to give some coloring to that. Okay. So until yesterday, we saw only HTML, that is structural layer. And now we'll see the presentation layer like CSS. Okay. So yesterday so we saw some skeleton kind of thing. Now we will apply some CSS to it that the presentation will look very good. Screen not full size. You should click on maximize screen. You can maximize your screen from Zoom itself. Okay, you can change the view of it. Check the options. Okay, so this is the overall idea of today's class. So we will try to style our HTML page with using some style properties. My pic is coming side. Mayur, is my screen full size or it is? Mayur? It is full size. Okay. You need to change the view settings. Keep it as full view. Okay, you are keeping gallery view, I guess. Okay, cool. Okay. So for styling, so what are the various styles you can give for a particular thing, or what are the various styles you can give? What are the various styles we can apply? Basically, we can apply color, right? And what else we can apply? We can apply font size. We'll see what all these things are and what are the other things. Background color, and we can also set some height and width and all those things, right? So using style properties, we can set all these properties, and there are so many properties, but these are some basic style properties. Okay. So first we will see how to color our tags and how to color some elements which we have learned yesterday. So what are the various tags which we learned yesterday's class? We learned P tag, H1 to H6, and then image tag, anchor tag, then several input tags, and then ordered list and unordered list, and then table, right? So we'll see what all styles we can apply for the tags which we have learned yesterday. Okay. So first we will go into colors. So I'll open VS Code. I'll create a new folder, day 2, and new file, color.html. Okay. So what is the basic structure of HTML? HTML tag, and HTML tag will have body tag, sorry, head tag and body tag, head and then body. Okay. Inside head, I can have a title saying that CSS. Okay. And inside body, I can have whatever tag I want. So I'll copy this path and I will paste it here. Cool. So now if I write some P tag, Masai School. Okay. So if I refresh my page, I will get Masai School. So now I want to style this Masai School. I want to give some color to it. So How can I give this color? So we need to apply styles to the tag, right? So where to apply the style, in opening tag or closing tag? Where to apply our styles? In the opening tag, right? So what is the syntax for styling? So style equal to, it is a string, and we will take property and value. Okay, so style will take two things. One is property and a value. It is a key, like a key value pair. So for color, what is the property? For color, what is the property? Color. And what all colors I have? I can have red, white, blue, green, whatever I want. Okay. And if I want to give some background color, so how can I give this? Style is equal to background color, and I can give some yellow. Okay. So your style should be always in property value pair. So you should have a property. Property can be any property of styles, and value can be any value in the property. So now let's apply this color property. So what is syntax? Style equal to color, and I'll keep it as red. So what we are telling now for the p tag, for this p tag, I want style color as red. Understood? So now if I refresh, will I get color as red? Can you see that? You're getting red color now. Suppose if I have one h1 tag. Okay. So Bangalore, I'll write Bangalore. So now if I refresh my page, what happened? No, why it is not coming? Yeah, don't know what happened. Okay, so I'm getting Bangalore and then Masai School. So now if I want to give some color to Bangalore, so can I give a style property for H1? So style equal to color, and then I'll go blue. So now I'll get blue color for Bangalore. Now if I want to add background color also for this H1 tag, I want to add one more property for the H1 tag for styles. So how to do that? How to separate two properties? So I should give a semicolon and write background color. Background color I will write as yellow. Now I will get background color as yellow. Okay, if I refresh my page, so can you see I'm getting background as yellow now. Can I also give background for Masai School for this p tag? So how to give that? So semicolon background color pink. Okay, so now I will get background color pink for p tag also. Understood? How to use the style property, color property. So these are basic colors, right? Red, blue, green, and so on. These are basic colors, right? So you have learned some colors. So do you know what are the three main colors that are used to form all the colors? What are those? Three colors. Using that, you can form whatever color you want. That is RGB, right? What is RGB? R means red, green, and blue, right? So for giving color values in RGB, so we need to follow some syntax. Okay. For giving colors in RGB, we need to follow some syntax here. So all these red, green, and blue will have a values ranging from 0 to 255. How many values will be there? Each and every color will have values ranging from 0 to 255. Understood? So the syntax of this is, you should write RGB, okay, and in brackets you should write the value. Suppose if I give 255, 255, 255. Now I will get some color. So these values, what is the range of these values? What is the range of these values? You can give from 0 till 255. You can give whatever values you want. Understood about RGB? So now instead of red, can I give RGB values here? Instead of red, can I give RGB values? So I will write RGB and I will write 255, 0, 255. Now what is the color you're getting here? Can you tell me? Can you see the color here? What is the color you're getting? You're getting pink, right? Pink or I don't know, some color close to pink. If I gave 0, 0 and 255, what is the color I'm getting now? It is blue, right? So can you tell that each and every color will have some RGB value? Each and every color that is existing will have some RGB values, right? Suppose if I give 100, 100 and then 100. So what is the color I will get? So I'm getting some gray color. Can you see that? Some gray color. So if I refresh, I will get. So each and every color that is existing will have some RGB values. Okay. So you no need to by heart these values. So you can browse these values. What are the values of particular color? So no need to by heart. And I'll also tell how to take these codes from any website or these values from any website. So if you see this slide, so can you see for red, what is the RGB value? For red, it is 255.00. For orange, it is something 255.165.0. For blue, 00225. And for purple, and all these have some RGB values. And there is also one value known as hexa code. Okay. So you can either write in hexa code or you can write in RGB values. Both are fine. No need to by heart these values. So I will tell how to take these values from any website. No need to by heart any values. I will tell how to take these values, how to take these color values from any website. Just you need to know the syntax. You need to know the values which is taking. So you can take it either in hexa code or in decimal code. No need to by heart these values. I'm telling again, no need to by heart it. Okay, I'm just giving it so that will know the difference. The only thing you need to understand is each and every color will have some RGB values. So mostly whenever you go to some companies, you will use this hexa code. Okay. So hexa code has some advantages. You can give the range will be big. So here, what is the range of values? What are the combinations you can give from 0 to 255? How many combinations do you leave? If you are good in maths, 3 combinations. It is 255 into 255 and 255, right? You can make those many combinations. Yeah. So in hexa code, you can have more combinations than this RGB code. So no need to dive deep into the hexa code. So we should know only these values. I will tell how to get these values from any website while we are doing V session. Okay. So you just need to understand that these are the various values you have, various syntax you have. One is hexa code and other is decimal code. Clear everyone about this color codes? It is known as color codes. Can you also use same color codes for background color also? For background also, you can use same color codes, right? No need to change anything. Cool. Okay, so yesterday we have seen few things through Google Docs, right? So we have built some tables in Google Docs and we also use some things in that. So today we will see how to make few things which are available in Google Docs through HTML. Suppose if I write Masai School, okay, and I'll copy these 2 times. So now can I align this to the right using this Google Docs? Can I align this text to the right, left, or middle? So where can I do that? So if you check here, can you see something known as align in Google Docs? So you can center align here, and also you can right align here. So basically you're aligning this text to the left, center, and to the right. Understood? So we can do the same things using our HTML also. So can I know what is the property for that to make this? If you have watched the pre-class video, you should have known this. What is the property for this? So I'll make the same layout now. So I will take p tag, Masai School, and I will copy this 3 times. I'll refresh it. So for the first p tag, so I will write style equal to, what is the property name for aligning the text? Text align. So text align. If I want to keep it to the left, what should I write? If I want to keep it to the left, so I should write left. Is there any change in my code? So what is the default value of text align? Left. Okay. So now for this, I'll keep style is equal to text align center. So now what will happen for the second p tag? What will happen to my second p tag? It will come to the center. Can you see that? It is coming to the center. Now for this last p tag, if I write style is equal to text align right. Now what will happen? It will go to the rightmost part of a web browser, right? So if I refresh, it's going to the right. Understood? So you can change your text align to whatever, wherever you want, means to the left, right, or to the middle. So I'll show you a few examples where this text align is used in Masai School website. So if you see this entire heading, what is the text align value for this? This entire heading. Center, right? For this launch your dream career at 0%, 0 upfront fee, what is this? This is all center, right? Okay. And what is the alignment of this software development? It is left, right? Okay. What is the alignment of this? Center. Alignment of this? Center. Okay. What is the alignment of this paragraph, entire paragraph? Default, right? Do you need to write left again? It is default, right? No need to write text align left again. By default, it is left only. Clear? So for this also, it is text align center. I will tell how to build all those things, but you need to understand what is the difference between center and left and right. Suppose if you see this document, I'm pasting few things here. So if you see this, give me 1 second, I'll change the background of it. Okay. So there is one more property here along with left, center, and right. There is one more property here. What is this? Justify. Can you see this justify? So I'll copy the same paragraph again. So tell me the difference between left and justify. This is text align left, right? This is text align left. And now for this, I will give text align justify. So tell me what is the difference between these two things? Difference between these two paragraphs. The spacing at the ending, the spacing at the end is same, right? For this, can you see it's ending at the same place? It is justifying at the end, right? But for this, it is like up and down, right? Up and down. So generally, where do you see this kind of spacing in your daily life? In newspapers, right? In newspapers, you will see this kind of textual and justify. So can you achieve this by using your HTML code? So what is the property I should use here for that? What is the property I should use? So I'll copy the same sentence again here 2 times. So I will make a p tag again. Okay, so I will make a p tag and paste it. Again, I will make a p tag and paste it. So for that upper p tag, I will keep style is equal to text align left. So if I don't give reference, it will work, but I'm giving left. For the lower p tag, so if I refresh, so I'm getting something like this. For the lower p tag, I will keep style is equal to text align. What is the value for text align? Is justify. So if I write justify, so I will get text in justified fashion. Can you see the difference now? It is same like your MS Office, MS Docs, right? Google Docs. Even if you resize the window, it will automatically adjust itself. Clear? About text align properties, we saw 4 properties: left, right, center, and justify. Okay. So until now, whenever you see any website, how did you see this website? Whenever you see before joining Masai or in unit 1, how you used to see this website? You used to see it as a whole, right? So did you ever think how did they make this website this much beautiful, or what did they use and what is the approach they followed, right? Did you ever think about that while going to any websites, right? So until now you saw from a common man point of view, right? Not from software developer point of view. Okay. So I'm telling you, if you see this from software development point of view, this website will look very easy for you. If you look from a common man point of view, then it will look very complex. So you don't know how they built all these things. Now you'll see how to look from developer point of view. Okay. So from now you're developer. So now whenever you're seeing any website, you should look this website in developer point of view. Understood? So if you see any web, any layout here, okay. So what I told in yesterday's class, entire HTML is based on what? Is based on elements, right? Like in universe, everything is made up of atoms. Like in HTML, everything is made up of HTML elements or tags, right? So we can divide the entire layout into small elements. Okay. So in a similar fashion, we will divide the entire layout into boxes. Okay. So we'll see something known as box model approach. So using that approach, you can solve these layouts in very easy fashion. Suppose if you see this meet your instructors. So can you see how many boxes are there here? How many boxes are there? So can you tell these are 4 different boxes? Can you assume this as 4 different boxes? Right? And can you keep all these boxes inside one more box? This is one box, and inside this box, we kept 4 more boxes. Right? So can you tell this box as parent box? So this box, can you call it as parent box? And what are these 4 boxes for parent box? Child boxes, right? Because these boxes are inside parent box, that's why it's known as child box. If you build these boxes, so can you fill in the matter inside each box? So what is this here? What is this? This is an image, right? Did we learn image yesterday? How to keep images in layout? Okay. What is this here? Which tag is this? This is some heading tag. It can be H1, H2, H3 or anything. So did you learn this tag yesterday? So what is this again? This is again some P tag or H4 tag, whatever it may be. And what is this again at the bottom? It is logo, right? It's an image, right? So can you say whatever we learned in yesterday's class, we are combining everything in kind of a box, right? Whatever we learned in yesterday's class, in today's class, we will combine everything in this particular box. So if you build this box, if you build this single box, can you copy paste the same box for each and everything? Because everything is same, right? Only the image URL is changing and the content is changing, but the layout is same, right? Do you agree with that? Okay. Now let's look into one more box. Now look from developer point of view. I told how to look from developer point of view. Now look from developer point of view. I will open one more website for you, one more route for you. So tell me for these strategic investors. So what is this tag now? H1 tag, and how to keep it center? Text align center. So can you build this strategic investors now? This single line or single heading? Okay. Now tell me how to build these 4 boxes, how to build these 4 images or 4 investors images. So think from developer point of view. So how we will think? So this is having one parent box, right? So can I tell this is a parent box here? This is a parent box, right? Inside parent box, how many child boxes we have? How many child boxes we have? 4 boxes, right? So this is one box. This is one box. This is one box. And this is one box. Okay, cool. So inside each box, what are the things I have? What is this? This is an image. Okay. And what is this? This is some tag, H3 tag or H2 tag, something, heading tag. So what is this again? Some P tag. And what is this? Some image. So if you are able to build these boxes, can you inside this box, can you fill all this matter? We learned how to keep an image. We learned how to keep an heading. We learned how to keep a paragraph. And also we learned how to keep an image. So our main task is what? To build these boxes first, right? First, our main task is to build these kind of boxes. Understood? So what are the prerequisites for building any box? So I saw you're building boxes. So what are the prerequisites? Suppose I've given you a pen and paper, okay, or pencil and paper, and I told you to build these 4 boxes. What are the things you need? You need what is the height of the box? So what are the 4 things you need? You need height of the box, you need width of the box, and what do you need? You need to have some border, right? Like this blue border. You need to have some border, and we need to have some tag which can build us a box, right? We need to have some tag for building the box. Clear? So now we will try to build this box, build one basic box in our layout. Okay. So what I'll do is I will write box.html and I'll keep HTML tag and add tag and body tag. All right. Copy this path and then cool. So now inside this body, I want to build a box. Okay, I want to build basic box. So I'll keep it inside. I comment this out. So what are the 4 prerequisites I told for building a box? So first you need some tag, right? For building a paragraph, you have p tag. For building an heading, we have h1 tag, h2 tag. For building an image, we have image tag. Since similarly, for building a box, so what is the tag we need? Do you have something called box tag? No, right? So we have something known as div tag. Div is nothing but a division tag. This div tag will use extensively during our coursework or during your software development work. This is similarly, this is used for building your layouts very extensively. Understood? So what are the 4 requisites I told? First one is a tag. So we got a div tag now. And what is the second requisite we want? What is second requirement? We want a height and we want width. And what is the next one? We want some border. So how can you get the height using, can you get this height using style property? So can I keep this height in style property? So I will write style equal to, I'll keep some height as. So in HTML, we will use something known as pixels. Okay. So did you hear this word anywhere? This pixels? Where did you hear that? Phone, camera, images. Okay. So before going that, so I will see what is pixel means. So I will take paragraph. Okay. And I will give some style to it. So if I write something known as font size, what do you mean by font size? What do you mean by font size? Increasing size of the font, right? Like in Google Docs, you can increase size of the font. Suppose if I give 2 pixel. So if I refresh my page, can you see the paragraph? It is very small, right? Can you see here? Somewhere here. If I give 20 pixel, so what is happening? Is my text becoming large? So pixel is nothing but size of your text, right? Pixel is nothing but size of your text. If I write 50 pixel, so I'll get little bit larger size now. Understood? So without giving any font size, we are getting some default font size, right? For paragraph. So what is the default font size for this? Without giving any font size, there is some default value for this. So the default font size is, so let's see font size. If I give 16 pixel, if I refresh my page, do you see any change in this? No, right? So what is the default font size? 16 pixel. Yeah. So the default font size of any paragraph is 16 pixel, whatever you see on websites. Now, can I give for this div tag? Can I give height in pixels? Can I give height as 100 pixel? Now, what is the height of my div? It is 100 pixel. And what is the second next property we want? We want width. So I'll give 100 pixel. So if I give height and width as same, what is the shape I should get? I should get a kind of square, right? If I refresh my page, I'm not getting anything. Why? I'm not getting anything. Yeah, because we don't have any border here, right? We are not giving any border to that. We are just telling take this height and take this width, but we are not drawing anything. So there is one more property known as border. So can you give border in terms of pixels? If I give 1 pixel, so what is happening here? You're not getting border, right? So there is some syntax for border. So border will take 3 values. First one is size, second one is type, and third one is color. Okay, first one is size, type, and color. So what is the size we want in this case? 1 pixel. So what is the type of border you want? You want solid border or dashed border? So we can take something as solid. So if I refresh my page, can you see you're getting some box here? So without giving any color, what is my default color? Without giving any color, because I told there are 3 properties here, but without giving any color, I'm getting some color, right? So what is the default color here? Black. If I want to give it some red color, what should I do? Can I write solid red? Will I get red color border now? If I write 10 pixel, what will happen? If I'm increasing my size to 10 pixel, what will happen now? My border thickness will increase, right? Can you see that? If I write dashed, so what will I get? Solid means you're getting solid line. If I write dash, you'll get some dashed line. Can you see that? This is some dashed line. Understood? So now we will keep it as solid only. So we're getting solid red. So did you build your first box now? Did you build your first box? So inside this div tag, so can you keep whatever tags you want? Inside this div tag, this is like a box, right? So you can keep whatever tags or whatever things you want inside this box. Understood until this part? Any doubts? So now what we will try to do is, so we will try to build these kind of boxes. How many boxes you have here? So we will try to build these 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will try to build these 4 boxes now. Okay, in our application, only boxes. So what we should do for that? So how many divs I want now? I want to build 4 boxes, right? So I want 4 divs. So can I copy this div again? I want only 100 pixels. So can I copy this div again 4 times? So I'm copying the same div 4 times here with same colors. So now if I refresh my page, so what is happening here? What is happening in this case? So the boxes are coming side by side or up and bottom? It's coming in vertical fashion, right? But what is the required layout we want? We want boxes side by side, right? Not up and bottom. Why these boxes are coming side by side? Why it is basically coming side by side? What is happening here for div? So we'll see why this is happening. So I will comment out these things. Okay, I'll comment out these things. I'll refresh my page and I will uncomment it again. Suppose if I keep a div and I will keep I am box. Okay, so I'm refreshing my page. So now I'll give some background color to this. Style is equal to background color red. So now whenever I give background color as red, so what is the basic meaning of this? So I want background red for only for this content, right? You are telling that I want a background red for only this content. But when I refresh my page, what is happening here? Am I getting to the content or for the entire row? You're getting only for the content or for the entire row? Entire row, right? So what is happening in case of this div? This div is blocking the entire row. Can you say that? This div is blocking your entire row. It is like a road blocker, right? So div is blocking your entire road. So can anyone come through this road now? Can any vehicle or anything come to this road, come by this road? In a similar fashion, can any div come beside this? Can any div come beside this? No, right? Suppose if I write one more div here, I am box 2. So will this div come below this or beside this? Because this div doesn't have space to fill in beside this. So what it will do now? It will go to the next line, right? Now, if I write some style to this, will this div occupy entire row or only some part of the row? This is also div, right? So this is known as block element. Okay, this div is known as block tag or block element. Why it is called as block element? Why it is called as block element? Because it is blocking the entire row, right? Suppose if I keep a p tag, I am para, and I will keep style is equal to background color pink. Now tell me whether p is a block level element or not. Is p a block level element or not? P also blocking the entire line, right? Can you see that? So block level element, P is also block element. Suppose if I take H1, I am adding 1. Okay. And I'll keep some style to this. Style is equal to background color orange. So now see the output and tell me whether H1 is block or inline. H1 is also block level element, right? So what about H2, H3, H4, H5, H6? All comes under same thing, right? So H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 are also block elements. Will you agree with that? Okay. Suppose if I take image tag, okay, and I will take some src. Src is equal to, I will take Nupul's image. So I'll copy from day 1, or I can copy from website also. So I'll take this Kunal Shah image, copy image address and paste it. So now I will take one more image and I will write src is equal to, I will take Vijay Shankar Sharma image address and paste it. Now I will refresh the page. Tell me whether images are block level elements or not. I think one second. This image link is broken. I'll refresh the page. So tell me whether this image is a block level elements or it is coming side by side. It is not block level elements, right? Images are not block level elements. Let's check for anchor tags. Yesterday we learned about anchor tags, right? So I will take, I don't know whether you observed yesterday or not. If I take two anchor tags side by side, okay. So I will take these two anchor tags and I will paste it here. So if you observe these two anchor tags, so can you see whether it is a block or inline? It is coming side by side, right? So it is not blocker elements. So whenever it is not blocking, it is known as inline elements. Understood? Whenever it is not blocking, it is known as inline elements. When it is blocking, it is known as block elements. Clear these two things, everyone? So now we saw that why this issue is happening, but we should know the solution also, right? So how to make this working? We saw why it is happening and what is the reason it is blocking this. But how to resolve this? How can we resolve this? So how can you resolve these boxes now? I'll refresh my page. Nothing is there. So I will uncomment these things now. Okay. I'm uncommenting these things, these four divs. So I will refresh my page. So I'm getting these four boxes side by side. So now I want to make these boxes side by side. I don't want to block. I don't want this as block elements. I want this side by side. So what we should do if you have watched the P-class video. So what we can do is one easy method is there are two methods. I will tell both of them. Okay. One method is we need to change the display property of it. Okay. So there is one more style property known as display. So display, I'm writing display as inline block. So what do you mean by inline block here? Inline block means it's acting both as inline element and a block element. Okay. So we need to write display as inline block. So if I refresh it now, is there any change in my output? Any change? No. So we need to do something else. We have kept inline block only for one div, right? So we need to keep this for each and every div. So I will copy this and for each and every div, I will paste it. Now if I refresh my page. So now are you getting side by side? So this topic is not very important. So don't go deep into this, why inline, what is inline block and what is inline and all. It is not at all necessary for you, but I'm telling you this method is there. But there is one more method where you should not use this. Okay, I will tell both this method. So if you are using display as inline block, are you getting the required output now? But what if you have 100 divs? What if you have 100 divs? Will you keep inline block for each and every div? What if you have 100 divs? Will you keep inline block for each and every div? You can't use loops. HTML is not a programming language. No, right? So instead of this, there is one more method. Okay. So I'll tell the method. There is one more method to ignore this. So instead of writing inline block for each and every div, so what you can do is wrap all these divs around a parent div. Okay. I'm wrapping all these divs around a parent div. Understood? I'm wrapping all these divs around a parent div. And for this parent div, I will give style is equal to something known as display flex. So now let's see the output. So are you getting the required output now? If you are giving display flex, You're giving to where? Display flex to parent, right? So previously when you used inline block, you're using inline block for each and every child, right? It is not recommended because you are keeping the same property for each and every child. Instead of that, you can simply use display flex for the parent div. Understood? Everyone. So now we learned how to build the basic boxes. We will see how to modify this and how to do all those things. But the basic agenda is you need to learn a way to keep display flex and how to build these boxes initially. Use of flex, we will have one more class for this flex extensively. So the flex has so many advantages. We will have so many properties of flex. We will have one more class for this flex. So, but for today's class, only concentrate on display flex. And display flex will make all your boxes in one single dimension. Clear until this part, everyone? If you are clear with this, then we can build so many websites. We will see how to keep gap between the boxes and we'll see all those things. But for now, learn this display flex. That's it. We will tell how to keep the give some space between all these boxes and all. Okay, take some 5 minutes of break. And when we come back, we will see what is margin and what is padding. Okay. Take some 5 minutes of break. We will be back by 4:03. So I'm going slowly into the topic. So please concentrate. So what is the first thing you will do? So you will be buying some land, right? So suppose you're buying this X amount of land. Okay, cool. So after buying the land, what will you do? Make a map. After buying a land, you should keep some boundaries, right? You should keep your land safe. So for keeping your land safe, what will you do? You need to keep some boundary around your land, right? Do you agree with that? You need to have some boundary around your land like this. You need to keep some fencing. We call it as fencing or something. I don't know what we call in Hindi, but you'll have something called a fencing kind of thing, right? After buying some land, you will fence all your border. You'll have some border to protect your land from someone else. Yeah, compound wall or something. Okay. So after building this border, so what will you do? What is the next step? So you will have some design ready. So design team will give you, this is your bedroom. This is one more bedroom and one more bedroom. This is kitchen and this is hall and these are bathrooms. So you'll go to some design team and you will build some kind of designs and you'll see some designs. And finally you will agree with one design and we'll try to construct the building, right? So after 2 or 3 years, so suppose after 2 or 3 years, you're building some land, some house in this fashion. Okay. So is this nice? So you're having some compound wall here, right? So can you see a compound wall around this? You're having some compound wall and you're having some garden and you're having some independent house. Okay. It is very greenery and it's looking very good. Cool. So now what is this border? This is border, right? This is your fencing. This is kind of a border. Can you call this as a border for you? This entire thing, whatever you're seeing here, this is a border, right? This entire thing is a border. Here, here, and here. Border or boundary. So I can also call it as border, right? So whatever lies Whatever. So this is your house, right? This entire thing is your house, and this is your border. So whatever lies between your border and your content in the sense your house. What is this called? Whatever lies between your border and your content. What is this called? Whatever lies between the border and your content is known as padding. Understood? So whenever you're getting stuck in this padding and margin, remember this house example. Whatever lies between your margin, between your border and content is known as padding. So how many padding values you can have? So you can only have one padding value or four padding values. You can also have padding on the left side, right? Padding on the left, padding on the right, and padding on the top as well, right? Behind this, we can't see. That's why we can't see this. So what is this padding called here? This padding is called padding. If you're standing at this place, okay. If you're standing at this place, so what is the padding called? This is called padding bottom, right? This is the bottom side. If you look at from the top view, this is called padding bottom. And what is this padding called? Padding right. And what is this padding called? At the back side, padding top, and this side padding left. Understood? So this is called padding bottom, padding right, padding top, and padding left. And whatever things which lies outside your border, what is this called? Outside your border. Outside your border is known as margin. So do you have how many values of margin now? 4, right? So what is the margin value for this? Same as padding, right? Margin bottom, margin left, then margin top, and then margin right you can't see really. So it will be somewhere here, margin right. Understood the difference between margin and padding, everyone? So whatever lies between your border and content is known as padding. Whatever lies outside your border is known as margin. We'll try to build the same layout. So let's see how to build the same layout. I'm not building the house, but I will build the overall structure of it. Okay. So let's try to build this padding.html. Okay, padding and margin, I'm building both. So I'll keep html. Inside this, I'll keep head and keep body. Okay. So I'll copy this path and paste it here. So now inside this body, so I'll keep a div. Okay. And for this div, I'll use style is equal to, I'll use some height of 400 pixel and width of 600 pixel. And also I'll give some background color green. So now I can see some box here. Okay. What is this box now? According to our picture previously, what is this box called? This box is a land, right? For you, this is the land. That's why I kept green color. Okay. So now we want to build a house inside this land, right? So inside this div, you'll keep one more div. I'll keep style is equal to height as 300 pixel and width as 400 pixel. And I'll use some background color as teal or some orange. Now if I refresh this, 1 second. Yeah. Now if I refresh this, so what is this orange color now? This orange is my house, right? This whatever is in orange is my house. Will you agree with that? I'll keep some font size also. Font size 30 pixel. This is my house, right? So the green is my overall land and orange is my house. Clear this part, everyone? Can you also call it as content? House or content in programming words. So now I will create one more div like this, or else first we'll see. I want to move this house from the top. So what I should use? I want to give some garden from the top. So I should use margin or padding now. So I want to increase my garden size. So I want to give garden at this top, at the top of this. So what should I use for the padding or margin? I told you margin is outside your border and padding is inside your border. So if I give padding, so what is the padding value I should give? Top or bottom or left or right? I want to give padding from this part. So I will keep padding top and I will keep as 30 pixel. So now if I refresh my page, so what is happening? Okay, sorry. So padding will be from parent or from child. If I want to increase this, should I give padding for this child or for this parent? Where should I give this? For the parent, right? So previously I'm giving for child. So if I write padding top as 40 pixel. So now what will happen if I refresh my page? Can you see? I'm moving my house from the top of how much pixel? 40 pixel. Understood? I'll also keep some borders for you. Border 1 pixel solid red and border 1 pixel solid blue. Clear everyone this step? Suppose if I want to give some space from the left, what should I do? I want to give some space from the left. What should I do now? So I need to give padding left, right? So if I give padding left, now what will happen? If I give 40 pixels, same pixel. So now if I refresh, so can you see my house is coming from left. I'm getting garden in the left side also. Understood? What is padding? Now suppose if I give a margin top for this, what will happen? So I told margin top is the area outside your border, right? So what is the border for this box? Border is somewhere here, right? So if I give margin top of 100 pixel, what will happen? Will my green box move to the bottom of 100 pixel? Will my green box move to the bottom of 100 pixel? If I refresh, can you see that? So this is my space outside my border, right? So this is my space outside my border. Understood the difference, everyone? So initially, whenever you're getting stuck with this margin and padding, so try with both the values. Try with margin and padding and see the difference what you're getting. So someone is asking whether can we use give from child as well. So for child, so if I remove this padding top and margin top, okay, I'm removing this padding top and padding left also. So now I want to move this, I want to write in child. So if I want to move this orange box to the bottom, should I use margin or padding? I want to use from child. So I want to use margin or padding now. I want to do from the child. So if I write margin top of 40 pixel, can you see the difference now? So now can you tell padding of parent is equal to margin of child? Padding of parent is similar to margin of child, right? Suppose if I have some 4 values, I'll also give margin left of 40 pixel. And if I give margin right of 40 pixel, and also if I give margin bottom of 40 pixel. Okay, or I'll give 30 pixel, 20, 10. So now I'm giving different values for different size, right? So for top, I'm giving 40. For left, I'm giving 10. For right, I'm giving 20. For bottom, I'm giving 30. So we can't really see right and bottom because it is very much, we have very much of gap. But for writing these 4 values, it is taking 4 lines of code, right? So is there any shortcut for this? So there is one shorthand notation for this. That is simply writing as margin. Okay. So now if I write margin, so this will take 4 values. What is the first value? Remember this clock. So what is the top value here? So you should start from 12 o'clock and then 3, 6 and 9. So what is the first value? First value is top, right, bottom, left. So start from 12 o'clock and go in clockwise direction. Okay. So what is the margin values now? So margin top, margin right, and margin bottom, and margin left. Okay. Now instead of writing these all these 4 values, can I write at this place only? So what is the margin top value? 40 pixel. What is margin right? 20 pixel. What is margin bottom? 30 pixel. What is margin left? 10 pixel. So instead of writing these 4 values, we can simply write in one value. So this represents top, right, bottom, and left. Understood? Same applies for padding also. So you can also give same for padding. So I can write padding 40 pixel, 20 pixel, 30 pixel, and again 30 pixel. So now what is this padding value? First value is padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. Understood? In right margin, it's more than 20, right? That's why it is not showing. It is more than 20. If you don't want any padding, you can keep simply 0 pixel. If you don't want any padding or any margin, you can keep 0 pixel directly. Clear, everyone? So we can also give 2 values. So if you give only 2 values, suppose if I give margin as 20 pixel and 30 pixel. So now what it will apply? If I am giving only 2 values, so what it will apply? I'm giving only 2 values. So first value will be for top and bottom, and second value will be for left and right. If you give only 2 values. So I given these clearly in notes. Did you refer these notes from this margin and padding, everyone? So I given some layouts also for you. Can you see this? So this is margin top, margin right, margin left, and margin bottom. So shorthand notation, if you give 20, what will happen? If you give 20 pixel for margin, it will apply for all 4 sides, right? Can you see that? 20 pixel for all 4 sides. This is for single value. If you give 2 values, 4 pixel and 5 pixel, 4 pixel will be applied for top and bottom, and 5 pixel applied for left and right. Understood? If you give 3 values, what will happen? So first one will be 4 pixel for margin top, 5 pixel will be for right and left, and 2 pixel will be for bottom. So you can write either 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, or 4 values. Whatever you want, you can write. But I suggest you to follow only one method from this. Either you write 4 values or 2 values. Okay. Don't use these 3 values. It will be confusing for you initially. Clear? Any doubts until this part? So your doubts will be solved whenever you're solving some questions around this. So listening to concept will not give you anything. So you need to solve some questions. So whenever you solve questions, then you will know what to use and what not to use. Okay, then you only will remember. Coding is all about practicing, not listening. I'm not saying you should not listen, but you should practice along with listening. I'm just giving the example. It's not needed. So I just hear the example. I can remove all these things. So now shall we try this free session question now? So we will build something like this now. This is some movie website layout. Okay. I also given some link here, so I can refer to the link also. So we'll be building something like this website. Okay, it has some 6 movies and it has some cards like this. V session means full form of there is not full form. V means everyone. IWI. What is full form of I? There is no full form. Okay. So whenever you see this layout, so how are you seeing it now? How are you seeing it now? Can you see in kind of boxes now? Can you visualize in kind of boxes? So let's try to build these boxes. So how many parent boxes it has? So it has some 2 parent boxes, right? This is first parent box and this is second parent box. Do you agree with that? And for each parent box, how many child boxes we have? This is one child box, second child box, and then third child box, right? So each and every child box has what? Each and every child box has one image and one H2 or H3 tag and one P tag. And what is this here in book now? Which tag is this? Did you complete the assignment yesterday, which I given button? I given button also, I guess, right? In tag search. Yeah. So it is something known as button tag. Okay, we'll see what is this button tag. So now what is our first task? So if we complete this first box, this first row, can you copy paste for second row also? Same thing, right? If you complete this first row, can you copy paste for second row? If you've complete this first box, can you copy paste for second box, 2, 3 boxes also? So what is our task now? If you build one box or one card, our layout is finished, right? You can't take one parent box now. You should take only 2 parent boxes in this class. So can you see? I divide my entire layout into one single element, one single box. Can you see that? I divided my entire layout into one single box. Now let's try to first build the boxes. So whenever you're solving any layouts, so first build the overall structure of the boxes. Okay. So now we will try to build the overall structure. So whoever wants to code along with me, whoever is Whoever has good typing speed can type along with me. Whoever doesn't think that you don't have enough, that your typing speed is slow, then you can code after the class. Okay, anything is fine. Because if you type slow, then you will lose some things. Okay, I'm copying this path and I will paste it here somewhere. Okay, cool. So I'll keep this layout somewhere else. Cool. So what is the first task now? What is first task? We need to build the row one, right? We have two rows basically. This is our first row and this is our second row, right? Two rows. So how to build my first row? So I need to build one parent box. So I need to first build a box like this, parent box. And inside this parent box, I need three more child boxes. Am I right? First, we'll try to build this structure, overall structure. So for that, how many parent box I want initially? One parent box, and inside is how many child boxes? Three child boxes, right? So I will copy this and three times. Okay, cool. So now for this parent box, I'll give some style. So style. So what are the requisites we want for building a box? Height. I'll keep 400 pixel, and I will keep width. So what is the width I want here? What is the width I want? So I will write 1400 pixel because my screen is 1400 pixel. If you write if your screen size is 1200 pixel, so can you write 1400 pixel here? Because my screen size is something around 400 pixel. So can you write 1400 pixel in your screen? No, right? So what can you write here then? Of max. So what is body here basically? What is body here basically? Body is your entire browser body, right? Can you tell that your body is entire browser body? What is your body width? What is your body width? Suppose let's take one small example. Let's take the land example again. Okay. So this is you're having some land like this. Okay. Suppose this land is around, I will take it around 1400 pixel. This land is basically your body, right? Browser body. So can you take this 1400 pixel as 100%? Can you take this 1400 pixel as 100%? Because this is what you have, right? Can you take this 100% width means entire width, right? Do you agree with me? So now this is my browser. So inside this, I want to build one row. Okay. So I want to build with height of something else and width of something like this. So now what is the width I can give for this first row? What is the width I can give for the first row? So can I take the entire width 100% of the body? I'm talking about the width. Width means horizontal. Height is vertical. Can I take 100%? Or I'm telling 100%. So let's see what is going to happen here. Okay. So now I'll share my screen. Let me keep it as standard. Okay. So now what we will do is we will keep width as 100% and I will keep border 1 pixel solid red. So now if I refresh my page, so can you see if I'm taking 100%, is that taking the entire width of my browser? Taking the entire width of the browser, right? So instead of pixel, now can use percentages. So if you take 100%, will it work in your system? 100% is with respect to your body size, right? Your browser body size. Can you 100% is with respect to your browser body, right? Do you agree with that? So now if you give 100%, it will work for any system, right? Whether it may be your system or my system or small laptop. If your browser body size is 1200 pixel, okay. Now what is the width here? In this case, if my body size is 500 pixel, what is my width here? What is the width I'm taking? 500 pixel. If it is 1000 pixel, what is my width here? 1000 pixel. So whatever may be the size, 100% will work, right? In any screens. Understood this part, everyone? So 100% is with respect to what? With respect to its parent, right? What is the parent of this div? Parent of this div is this body. Do you agree with that? 100% is with respect to your body, with respect to your parent. Auto is not similar to 100%. I will tell or what is auto. Now take one more example. I will take one more example. So suppose your parent has some 1400 pixel of land. Okay. So your parent has some 1400 pixel of or 1500 pixel of land. Okay. Some 1500 pixel of land. So now your parent wants to share between 3 sons or your 3 siblings. Okay. So how will he share this 1500 pixel? How will he share this 1500 pixel? I'm talking about width. Okay. I'm talking about width here. So you will give 500 pixel for the first person, 500 pixel for second person, right? And 500 pixel for third person. Am I right? Do you agree with this, everyone? So first person will take how much? 500 pixel. Second person will take 500 pixel. And third person will take 500 pixel. What is 500 pixel of 1500 pixel in percentages? What is 500 of 1500? How much percent? 1/3. What is 1/3? 1/3 into 100. What is that? 33.33, right? 33.33%. Will you agree with this? Similarly, 33.33%. And again, 33.33%. Understood, everyone? Suppose now this first son has 3 more sons. Okay. This first son has again 3 more sons. 1 or no one will share like this vertically, but I'm drawing this. Sorry. 1, 2, and then 3. So now this first person has how much of land? 500 pixel, right? So how much each son will take now? So I'll draw with one more color then if you're getting confused. Oh, it is not happening. Okay. This first person will take how much? 500 pixel by 3, right? Do you agree with that? 500 pixel by 3, right? 500 pixel by 3. And again, 500 pixel by 3. So now tell me in terms of percentages. Some of you are telling 11.11. Will you take 11.11%? Is it right? So what is 11.11% of 500 pixel? What is 11.11% of 500 pixel? It's around 50, 51 or 52 pixel, right? But how much you want? You want around 56. Okay. For your father, it is 33.33%, right? But for you, it is 100%. For your father, it is 33.33%. But for you, how much this land is? 100%, right? So how much will you take now? 11.11 or 33.33? 33.33, right? Getting my point, everyone? So think of real-time example. Okay. Suppose your grandfather has some 100 rupees. Okay. He has two childs. So he's giving first child 50 rupees and second child 50 rupees. Okay. So first child is giving 50 rupees and second child is giving 50 rupees. Now this 50 rupees is to be shared between the first person's child. Okay. So this first person again has some. So what is 50 rupees of 100%? 100 rupees here. What is in terms of percentages? 50 rupees of 100 rupees. It is 50%, right? 50% and 50%. Now this first child has three more sons. He has three sons or maybe two sons. Call it as two sons. Okay. So he has one son here, one son here. So how much will you share now in terms of percentages? Will you share 25%? 25%, 25%? What is 25% of 50 rupees? For his father, this 100 rupees is 50%, right? But for this child, what is 50 rupees? It's 100%, right? So it should be like 50% again. Are you getting my point? Instead of, it should not 25, it should be 50% each. What is 50% now? 50% is 25 rupees. Do you agree with that? Okay. Now let's solve the same thing using our layout. So now how many childs this parent have now? How many child this parent have? Three childs. So how much each child should get? What is the width of each child? So I'll give some style equal to what is the width of first child? How much width first child should take? 33.33%. And what is the width of second child? 33.33%. Okay. What is the width of third child? Same, right? 33.33%. Clear, everyone? How much height? How much height they want now? So they're dividing width in terms of three parts. Okay. They're dividing like this. So how much height they want now? How much height they want? Do they want the entire height of the parent or only off height or something else? Entire height, right? So how can I get the entire height now? So can I take height as 100%? So I can either take 400 pixel or 100%, right? I can take both the things. Do you agree with that? Either I can take 100 pixel or else 400 pixel. Because my parent height is 400 pixel. Understood? So now can I take the same height for all the childs? Cool. So now I'll use some border for this. Border 1 pixel solid blue. I'll copy the same border for each and every child. Now let's see the output. So what is happening here? These boxes are getting down by down. How to make it side by side? What is the property we saw for this? Display flex for which div? What is the line number of the div? Parent div, right? So I will go to line number 4 and I will write display flex. So now I will refresh my page. So can you see my boxes are coming side by side? Clear then this step until this step, everyone? Now we want some space between boxes, right? We want to give some space between the boxes. But is there any available space for us? There is no available space, right? Why? We are taking entire 100% here in the width. So instead of taking 33.33, can I simply take 30% and give 3% as space? Can I give 30% and give 3% as space? So I will give 30%. Instead of 33, I'm giving some space to some margin and padding around this. So 30%. Now if I refresh, if I go back to my output, so what is happening here? It is taking 30% and the space is left at the last, right? But we want this space to be equal between these boxes, right? I want this space to be between these boxes, not at the end. So what can I do? So for the first box, what I need to give margin right, margin top, margin left, or margin bottom. For the first box, what should I give? Margin or padding? First tell me I should use margin or padding for the first box. I want to give space outside the border, not inside the border, outside the border. So what should I give? Outside means margin. Okay. What margin? Margin right, margin left, margin top, or margin bottom? Which margin I want? Margin right, right? So for the first box, if I go to first box and if I give margin right as, I will give around 1%. Okay. So now if I refresh my page, are you getting some margin between the boxes now? For the second box, can I do the same thing? Can I apply margin right for second box also? Margin right or margin left for second box? I can apply either margin right for second box or margin left for third box, right? Can I do both the things? I can either apply margin right for second box or margin left for third box. Both the things are same, right? So I'll apply margin right for second box now. So I'll keep margin right as 1%, same. So I'll refresh my page. So are you getting the margin now? But is the margin equal across all the boxes or it is not equal? It is not equal, right? So I want this margin to be equal for all these boxes. I don't want this first box to take less margin and third box to take more margin. So for that, what we can do is instead of giving margin right for each and every box, we can simply write margin as auto for all the boxes. If I write margin as auto for all the boxes, let's see what will happen. If I'm writing margin as auto for all the boxes. So now if I refresh the page, are you getting now equal space around between the boxes? So margin auto is doing what? It is dividing the space equally between the boxes, right? It is giving margin equally between all the boxes. Am I right? Yeah, both from both the sides, both from margin right and margin left. So now is your overall layout for first row is done. First row is this done for first row. This is your overall picture. But if you see here, is this first row is taking the entire 100% width. First row is the first row taking entire 100% width or some percent of the width only. It is not taking 100%, right? Can you see that? It is taking around 70%. Can you say 70%? So now instead of giving this div width as 100%, can I give 70% now? Can I give 70%? Now what will happen? Will this compress? Will my layout compress a bit? Can you see that? Is my layout compressing a bit? But what is happening? This entire layout is going to the left, right? It's going to the left. So we want this to be centered. So what we can do for that? I want this to be the center. Can I use texture and center here? Can I use texture and center? Texture and center is only for centering your text, right? Not the div. Texture and center is only for centering your text, not your div. So what else can I do? Can I use margin here? Can I use margin left here for this box? So let's try to use margin left. So margin left, I will use 100 pixel. So now if I refresh, so should I increase or decrease now? Increase, right? So I'll keep 200 pixel again. So now if I refresh, I'm getting like this. So will you keep each and every value and check whether it is coming to the center or not? Is this feasible method? Means it will work in your laptop? No, right? So instead of this, what I told for you previously, we can keep margin auto, right? Instead of keeping left and right, can you use margin auto here also? What will happen if you keep margin auto? It will automatically adjust its space between left and right. Is it centered now? Is this centered? Clear, everyone? Instead of giving margin left and margin right, you can directly use margin as auto. Monazir, you will see align and all in flex, not here. Okay, we will have one more class for that. Now, did we complete the basic structure of row 1? Did we complete the basic structure of row 1? But the height is bit more, right? The height is bit more. So can I increase my height also to 600 pixel? Now it is looking something like that. So what is left now? What is left? We need to keep the image. So what all we have? We have an image tag and some h2 tag, p tag, and a button. So we'll keep all those things. So first go to the first div and I will write image and src is equal to. So I given the image links also in this question. So I can directly click on this image links.txt. So it will give all the image links. So I'll copy this image link, Dr. Strange. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. Okay. And also keep some alt. Alt is equal to doctor. So now if I refresh my page, so we are getting some image. Okay. So don't worry why it's happening like this. So we'll see. So for this image, what should be my width? for this image. So this image is taking only the parent width or so much of width. It is taking so much of width, right? But we want this image to take only the parent width. So what we can do for that? It is taking width of the second child also, right? But we want this child, we want this image to take the width of the parent. So what is the width of this parent? What is the parent for this image? What is the parent for this image? Parent is this div, right? Sorry. Parent is, can you tell this div? So what is the width of this parent? 30%. So how much width I should give for this image? 30% or what? For this image, how much width I should give? 100%, right? So I'll keep style equal to width as 100%. So now if I refresh my page, so can you see now my image is 100% to its parent? Can you see that? My image is 100% to its parent. Understood? If I keep it as 70%, what will happen? I'm keeping width as 70% of parent. What will happen now? The image width will decrease, right? Can you see that? It's 70% of the parent now. But what we want 100% to take the width. The width of the image should be taken 100% of this parent. So I will give it as 100%. So now if I refresh the page, it is 100%. Clear, everyone? Now what is the next tag we have? What is the next tag we have? We have some H2 or H3. So I will write H2 Doctor Strange. And I will refresh. So I'm getting Doctor Strange here. And there is some rating also. That is P tag. Rating 4.5. Okay. So let's refresh it. So I'm getting 4.5. And what is the last tag we have? What is this? I told. This is a button, right? So there's one more tag known as button. And it is book. No. So now if I refresh, so I'm getting all these things. But we want these three things to come to center. What can we do for that? I want these three things come to center. Can you use text align now? Because it is text only, right? Can you use text align center? So will you use text align center for these three things separately? Or can you use text align center for the parent itself? What can you use? Can you use text align center for the parent itself so that all the child will have text align center, right? Instead of giving text align center for H2 separately, this P separately, and this button separately, can you give text align center for parent itself? Let's try it. So we'll go to this div and I will give text align as center. So now let's see whether you're getting or not. Are you getting it to the center? But why this box, why this border has so much of height, but we want only this height, right? But this border has so much of height, right? Why it has so much of height? Why it has so much of height? It has some extra height also. Why it has that height? Can you tell me? Height of image is small? No. Height 100%. No. So if you see height, did we fix the height of that box? Did we fix 600 pixel? We fixed it, right? But can you fix any height? Can you keep this height as 600 pixel directly? We can't take height as numbers, right? Means we can't fix the height of anything. So instead of fixing the height, can you keep it as auto? What auto will do? What auto will do? So if I refresh my page, so what it is doing now? It is taking the height, whatever it is required, right? Can you see that? It is taking the height, whatever the content as required. But for the second and third child, why there is no height? Can you tell me why there is no height for second and third childs? Because no content is not there, right? Suppose if I give some content inside this, if I give some random thing. So now if I refresh, can you see some height now? So what is happening height in this case? Height is adjusting according to the content, right? Understood? So which is more preferable, giving some fixed height or giving it as auto? Which is preferable, giving some fixed height or giving auto? Auto, right? But why initially we gave it as pixels? Why did I give in pixels initially? To build the boxes initially, I gave the pixels, right? Without giving pixels, can I build, if I give auto, can I build the boxes like this? Can you see? I'm not getting any boxes. So because of explaining to you, or because to show you how how to build boxes, initially I gave the height, but after filling in the content, I kept it as auto. Understood? After filling in the content, I kept it as auto. Never fix the height of anything. So now if I fill this, so now can I copy this image, H2, para and button for all these two divs now, these two boxes? Can I copy the same things? So I'll copy this. Now will I get the height of the second and third div also? Will I get height of second and third div? Can you see that? But we're not giving text align center for this. We'll also give that. For this, we will give text align center for the other things also. Text align as center and text align as center. Okay. So now if I refresh my page, I'm getting this layout. Clear everyone until this point? Now, if you see this original layout, there is some space between this button and the border, right? Can you see this? But in our application, it is not there. So how to give that? In our application, it is not there. So what should I use? Margin or padding in this case? I want space outside the button. From the button, I want to manage. From the button, I want to manage. I want to manage from the button. So shall I use margin or padding? So I'll keep padding. I'll show you what will happen. So for this button, where this button? Yeah. So for this button, I'll give style equal to padding of 20 pixels. So now if I refresh, what is happening here? If I giving padding to button, what is happening? It is increasing the space between margin and the content, right? But you want space outside the border. So what you should do, margin or padding? Margin bottom, right? Okay. So I can use margin bottom. I want only for bottom. Margin bottom as 20 pixels. Now did you get the space now? Did you get the space? So I'll use the same thing for all the buttons. For button 2 also same thing. And for button 3 also same thing. Now it is clear. Now I want some styling to the button also. So I want some background as some blue. And so can I give background for the button? So for this button, I will give background color as some aqua. Okay, I will refresh the page. So I'm getting something like this. Okay, but I don't want this border also. So can I see some border around the button? In the original side, there is no border around the button. So how can I remove the border? How can I remove the border now? How to keep the border? First question is how to keep the border. Border is you're keeping something like border, 1 pixel, solid, something. If you don't want the border, can you give 0 pixel directly? Border 0 pixel. Yeah. So now if I refresh, I won't get any border. Understood? So now can I remove these borders now? Means this red color border and blue color border. Can I remove this because my layout is finished? Can I remove these borders? So where is my border? So I can remove this. I can remove this. I can remove this. I can remove this. So now if I refresh, so I'm getting this layout. Can you change for other buttons also? Same as like this. I'm not doing this. So now can I copy the same row 1 to row 2? Can I copy the same row 1 to row 2? So what all I need? So I need to copy this entire div, right? And I will paste it one more time here. So I'll keep it as second row. I'll comment this out and I'll paste it here. I'm not changing emails also. You can do that, right? You can change image URL and names here as homework. So now I'm getting this layout. I want, okay. So did you get the layout? So what all we built in this layout? We built only this single card, right? Rest of the things we copy pasted everything. We didn't do anything. We just built the overall structure, built one card and copy pasted the overall layout. So now if you see there is some shadow for this. Can you see the shadow here for these boxes? For these boxes, we have some shadow like this. Can you see the shadow? Can you see some shadow kind of thing for this? So for building this shadow, there is one website you can use. So no need to worry about the syntax for box shadows. So there is one website called box shadow CSS. Okay. So I can open this get CSS scan. So you can copy any shadow you want. So which shadow you want me to copy? So no need to give the same shadow. You can give whatever shadow you like. So I'll go with 5. Okay, I'll copy this 5. So for copying this, you need to click on this. Can you see? Click to copy box shadow 5. If you click on this, then it is copied. Now wherever you want, you can paste this. So I want shadow for, I want where the shadows, I want for each and every box, right? For each and every box, I want shadow, right? For each and every child box. So what should I do? Go into each and every child box and paste it here. Control V, just Control V. So now if I refresh, I'm getting some box shadow. Can you see that? So now I want some margin top for this. Can I give margin top for entire row 2? I want some margin between these two rows. So what I'll do is I'll go to row 2 and for this I'll give margin top 50 pixel. Okay. Now I'll get some margin from the top. Can you see that? Can you give box shadow for other divs also? Similarly, for each and every div, you can give box shadow. Clear, everyone? So did you get the approach? I don't want to get the solution. I want you to get the approach only. Okay. Don't get the solution. Try to get the approach. What is the approach I followed here to solve this particular layout? Don't copy paste my solution. Just follow the approach. You can't give to the parent directly. You should give to each and every child. Paste shadow in each and every div. So each and every div, you have this shadow, right? So go to each and every div and paste the shadow. This is child div for you. One child div, second child div, third child div. So for each and every div, you need to paste the box shadow. Because shadow is there for each and every child, right? It is there for parent or childs. This is the parent, right? So we build, this is the parent. So box shadow is there for parent or childs. It is there for childs, right? That's why I gave to childs. Clear? Page background you can ignore or you can keep it. So I can give, so if I want to get the page background, where should I give background color? If I want to give the entire page some background, so where should I give? To the body, right? So I can give, go to the body, style equal to background color, some, and give very light color, azure. Okay, let's try. So I will get some light background color like this. Okay, so entire page will get some background color. You can't give in percentage that way, that thing. And one more thing you need to understand. So initially I gave height as 600 pixel, right? Initially, but I gave within percentages. Why didn't I give height in percentages? Can you tell me? Initially I gave width as 70%, but I didn't give height in percentages. Why? I gave in pixel. Why? Tell me one thing. So can you scroll in your laptop horizontally? In your laptop, can you scroll horizontally if you have large pages? You can scroll only vertically, right? So is your vertical height fixed? Is your height fixed in your laptop? Is your height fixed in your laptop? Not fixed, right? Is your width fixed? Width is fixed, right? So can you give in percentages? If I write 100%, will I get my, how much pixel I will get now? I don't know, right? Because I don't have fixed height to my browser. Am I right? So every time you should give height in terms of pixels only for the parent. But here, if you see, I'm giving a percentage. Why I'm giving percentages here? Can you tell me why? Here I'm giving height in percentages. Why I'm giving percentages? Because we know the height of parent here, right? The parent height is fixed here. We have the parent height with respect to this parent. We are giving 100%. But what is the parent of this div? What is the parent of this div? Parent is body, right? Does body has fixed width or fixed height? No, right? Should we understand that why we use percentages here and why did we use pixels here? Height auto for text. So if I don't give height auto, if I give some 300 pixel, so see what will happen now. So what is happening? Can you see now? It is taking only 36, 300 pixel, right? So it is overlapping. If I take 700 pixel now, if I take 700 pixel, now it will get larger, right? Can you see that? It is getting larger. But what do you want? You want the height to fix to the content. You want until this part only, right? Until book now. So for that, we will use something called as auto. It will take the only height of your content. Understood? Akash. If your text is going outside the box, then you're giving height. Don't give height.